Warning, this content contains foul language, violence, and gore. Enjoy the story. Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now, before we begin, I want to thank everyone for, getting this channel to the new mile marker that I didn't realize I would ever get. And we officially has hit 12K. Welcome to all the new subscribers. All right, now let's get on to this what if. Now, Izuku is going to be born by Inko, normal. That's in canon. He's had the same canon life. Minor differences. Well, same thing happens. The same relationship between Bakugo and Izuku still goes off the same in canon. When he, officially turned 6, the cork doctor told him that, he was corkless. And the story doesn't change to a certain point. The day arrived when he rescued Bakugo and from the Sludgeville, and All Might told him he couldn't be a hero because he's corkless. He still get bullied quite a lot, as he even tried to apply to UA, but they denied his application because he was corkless. That's when his life starts to turn. He became more bitter towards everyone. His mother finally passed away when he turned 19. His dreams has been crushed, so he found a outlet for a career, as he became a very famous game developer that came up with a virtual reality, kind of like the Nerve Gear from Sword Art Online. As the years has progressed, as he's got more bitter by the years, as he has a very deep depression. After his mom died, it got worse. Bakugo tried to cheer up Izuku as much as he can, as he's the number one hero. Well, he's All Might's successor, and what Izuku did, Bakugo was in his place. Until one day, Bakugo came to check on Izuku with Odoraka. He's met Odoraka a few times, as Bakugo knocks on the door as there's no answer. As he blows the door open, "Nerd, it's me. I haven't heard from you in months." Bakugo, what's going on? This place doesn't... It's a mess. It's oddly quiet in the house. Very quiet. As Bakugo has a bad feeling about it, as he rushes over to Izuku's room, as what he saw shook him to his core. As he saw Oraka, fell on her knees, gasping, as Bakugo sees Izuku hanging from a noose. No, you stupid nerd! As he get Izuku off of the noose. Oraka, call the ambulance now. As the ambulance did appear, as well, Izuku Midoriya has passed away. As he left a note behind. Sorry, Bakugo, I can't take it anymore. This world is cruel. There really is no place for people without quirks. I'm sorry, my friend. The world is better off with me not in it. Goodbye. As Izuku sees a bright light, as he sees a woman with long, white hair, with pointy ears. What the hell? How am I still alive? Wait, why am I so small? Am I a baby? She looks familiar. No, it can't be. I can't be in Mooncrest. That's his. He got reborn into his own little game he created many years ago. As Izuku's wife, slowly, as he has a somewhat good childhood, the Snow Elves are a very peaceful people. They're protected by one of the demon lords that's under. That's their people are that on the territory of one of the demon lords. But when he turned about 5 years old, that's when his world changed yet again. As the death of the demon lord, one of the demon lords, several other nations took advantage of the situation. Finally, they could eradicate the snow elves because there was no demon lord protecting their territory. The humans decided to eradicate the species altogether. As a army of soldiers are outside the city as they attack, as they wipe out the snow elves to almost extinction. As don't know what to call him. As they named him Winter, as Winter's mother runs with him as they go deep into the forest. As it's winter this time of year. As she puts him in a tree trunk. Stay quiet, little one, my little ice jewel. I'll hold them off. Do not leave this spot until I come back. But Winter's mother never returned. She was killed instantly the moment they saw her, as they burned the village to the ground. As Winter sees the smoke from the distance, as Winter runs further into the forest, getting to their own ancestry temple that they like to do ceremonies in. This is Mooncrest. I should have a hub. As he tries to tap in the air, as a screen pops up. As he, there it is. Race, snow elf. What? I don't understand. Winter moon. Who's there? Race, snow elf. Special trait. Ice manipulation. Who's there? I'm your hub guide. Winter. Winter moon. What's my resistance? Resistance. Immune to all cold. Weakness. Fire. Do I know any magic? Able to learn. Have no spells at currently. Player Winter. Level 0. Strength 5. Speed 12. Do I have any skills? As the mysterious voice confirmed. Frostfire. Passive ability. Frost Sight. What is Frost Sight? Able to see through heavy blizzards and fog. Also, able to walk on ice surfaces. As Winter steps out of the tree trunk as a arrow shoots right into the tree. Look, we got another one. Let's kill it. Leave no survivors. As Winter runs through the forest as one of the human soldiers tried to grab on Winter, as immediately his hand immediately froze. As Winter stumbles, as he panics, as he reaches out his hand outwards, as several well, ice spikes shoot out as he pierced the he pierced the soldier, pinning him to a tree as he's coughing up blood. Interesting. So that's one of my abilities. So I'm not as helpless as I was in my other world, in my other life. Perfect. New skill learned. Icicle. Good. What do I call you anyways? My designation is Oracle. I'm your personal hub assistant. Snow Elf Winter. Would you like to see the mini nap? The mini nap. Map? I can't butcher that, but nevertheless. Yes. Show map now. I see. So the temple is not that far. I need to get there, get some safe distance from these humans. That sounds weird. No matter, I'm no longer human. I'm a elf now. Lovely. I can't do much. I'm still quite young. I need to get out of here and train, or I will not survive. As Winter runs off, as the soldiers try to chase him down, as Winter throws icicles, rapid shooting. Notice, your special race ability is tied with your stamina. Do not overuse the ability or you will be weakened. Understood, Oracle. You have able to use your special trait skill 4 more times until you are unable to until you recover your stamina. Lovely. As Winter finally gets to the temple, as there's a barrier, as the barrier acknowledged him as a snow elf, so they allowed him to go through. As he passed right through the barrier, as he's walking through the temple, as he sees rolls of books everywhere, as immediately he picked up a book. It's a bunch of spell books. As he begins, learning. Eventually, he had to leave the safety of the temple to hunt some food. As he took down his first beast. He just took down a stag and a couple deer. As it was a learning process, but he was able to feed himself, and he spent many years in this temple, just studying and killing any humans that are in the area. As the empire that attacked his people, they established a base. As Winter is not ready to attack them yet, he wants vengeance for his people's death. He was quite close with his elf mother. He has been reborn in this new world that's quite similar to Mooncrest, the game he created so many years ago. During these years, his level has jumped up to 0 to 5, as he's unlocked a couple of skills that revolve around ice attacks through his species special ability. As a great fog has spread across the land, as you have the humans that are have a little base camp up on the burned down village, as they're wondering what's the change of weather, why the weather's changed so suddenly out of nowhere, as ice spikes starts to shoot out towards icicles, shoot out, killing several of the scouts as they fall dead on the ground. And suddenly the big wooden gates burst open as a ice golem comes running through the base, crushing any humans that it sees. As the ice golem finally gets taken out by several mages using fire spells, fireballs. We're being under attack. Everyone, high alert. As several constructs of ice that are in the shape of a wolf starts running through the camp, slaughtering any humans it sees as blood scatters all over the fortress. As suddenly frost, well, winter rushed through the main gate. As immediately winter, all he said was ice claws as ice form over Winter's hands, making two ice claws. As he zooms by and shredding these humans from pieces to pieces, as body parts scatter all over their base. As you have the person in charge hold up in one of the main buildings, as Winter freezes the door, as it shatters into little pieces, as they see a little 10-year-old boy. You, the one who got away. It's about time we finish our extinction of your whole species. With your death, the snow elves will be no more. Kill the knife ear. As several human soldiers rush towards Winter, as Winter says, frost breath. As though a blizzard appears right in the middle of the building, freezing everyone from the inside out. As they're all stuck in, they're like frozen statues. As Winter slams his hand on the ground, as a big ice fist hits the lieutenant or the general, the leader of this little group of humans from a unknown kingdom that he doesn't know where they're from. As he gets thrown into a wall, as Winter rushes over, places his hand onto his chest, freezing him against the wall. You know what? It's actually I figure I would have a lot more hard time killing you. Killing someone is actually quite easy, actually. You pay for this knife here. I'll kill you. No, 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 no. I don't think you won't. I think I'll be the one who's doing the killing. You massacred my people, my mother. I've already lost my mother twice. What are you talking about, knife ear? Don't worry, you're a little pretty little head about it. Goodbye. As Winter conjures up an ice scythe, as he swings it cuts his throat, as the man gargles from his throat being cut, as Winter watches him die slowly. As he watches his life as his life fades from his eyes. As the man finally dies, motionless. This land doesn't belong to you filthy humans. I will eradicate your people on my ancestry land. This belongs to the snow elves and no one else's. As the well, let's name this empire real fast. Let me think of a name real fast, guys. Give me a second. As Winter kills any Zolok soldiers left on, well, the Snow Elves' territory. As each time they send some scouts to the base they lost contact to, Winter kills any Zolok Empire soldiers that he finds as the news has spread across the land. It's become a bit of a urban legend. Not really legend, but a cursed land. As anyone enters this territory are immediately never heard from again. Even the three demon lords have took notice, as they send many of their people to investigate the area. They normally wouldn't care, but a lot of people are disappearing, and they're interested to see what's going on in one of the old demon lords' territory that was killed, unfortunately, by a hero. As immediately Winter was alerted that there's some intruders on his territory. As Winter is on top of the trees, as he stares down on several dark elves, the scouting the land. We're being watched. I know. Act natural. As they hear, as she throws the dagger up in a tree, as Ezekiel, well, Winter lands on the ground. As her eyes widen, seeing the snow elf face, I thought their race was destroyed. One did survive. You don't belong here. Leave. Now. Now or you share the same fate of those humans. So you're the one's been causing such a ruckus. Leave. Don't think I will, little Snow. I gave you your warning. If I see you again, I'll kill you. As Winter fades into the fog, what are we going to do? We're going to follow him. Never seen a snow elf so aggressive before. Interesting. My curiosity has been piqued. I want him captured. Don't hurt him, just captured. Understood. Mother's going to be interested in this. And we can't allow the Zolak Empire get his hands on him. He's the last of his kind. The last of the snow elves. I would hate to see their species eradicated from existence. After all, we are elf kind, after all. We might be from different tribes. We might be dark elves. But he's an elf nonetheless. As immediately Winter was running as vines start wrapping around him as, damn it. Now, little one. Little Snow. You're not going anywhere at the moment. As immediately Winter tries to blast ice at her. As she just reflects out of the way. Huh. I guess you're one of those special ones that is able to produce ice without magic. You're definitely a rare find. As she appears right behind him she chops him back the neck as Winter falls to the ground as the vines let him go as she catches him. Come on, we're heading back to base camp. As she has Winter in her arms, poor thing. He's probably been alone for quite some time. Mother will definitely be intrigued by this. As they take back Winter back to to the Dark Elves' their main territory. As Winter is fast asleep, as she put him under a sleeping spell to keep him docile till they get back home. As several days has passed, as she finally gets back to their territory, as she walks into her mother's main room, the throne room or whatever you like to call it, the head chief. Daughter, what do you have here? I found something interesting investigating the snow elf territory, as you order, mother. As she placed him down on the ground gently, I found a snow elf. A quite aggressive one of that. Apparently, this little one has been killing a whole lot of humans that's been entering their territory. Are you up to, daughter? Nothing, mother. I just thought you would find this intriguing. You're going to have to take responsibility for this one, if you brought him here. Yeah, Mom, I know. I'll take care of him. Place him in one of those, sorry, place him in one of the anti-magic cells for right now, and we'll deal with him in the morning. Understood, mother. She placed Winter in the anti-magic cell. As the cell has runes all over it, as she sets him down on the bed. Well, good night, little Snow. I'll see you in the morning. As she closed the cell door, as she walks away. It's next morning, as Winter's like, where the hell am I? As he panics, as he's blasting ice everywhere, as it just reflects it off it. As he tries to touch the bars, as he electricity runs through his body, as he got thrown back into the wall. I wouldn't do that, little Snow, if I were you. What do you want? Release me. I simply can't do that, little Snow. You're safe. I want to go back home. Sorry, I can't do that as well. It's not good for someone of your age, so young, to be by yourself. I've seen what that does to to the elf kind. It never ends well. I'm only doing this for your own good. Then what the hell do you want? Please, what is your name? Why should I tell you? You're going to be difficult, and I could really tell. Fine. My name is Shiva. And you are? Winter. That wasn't too hard, was it? Now, if I release you, you promise you behave? As Winter's in a season, man, she opens the cell as Winter goes into attack. Of course. As she grabs onto him and puts his hand behind his back, picks him up as she throws him over her shoulder. Let me go. No, don't think so. You won. You definitely need a bath. As she dumps him into where they go bathe. As she begins bathing him. Look at that. Your face is all muddy with all sorts of dirt. I'm gonna kill you, right? Oh, that's adorable. You threatened me. Minnie has tried. Good luck, though. Now, hold still. Let's dry off your hair. We definitely need to cut that. That's way too long. On forward, little Winter. I'm going to be your big sister. And you could try to attack me, but I'll just beat you. Either way, 'cause I'm better. As Winter conjures his ice claws as he tries to claw her as she just dodges out of the way. And she, drying his hair at the same time. As she appears in front of him, dries his hair. Don't make me have to knock you out again. It would be quite a bad situation for you. Come on, get dressed. You're gonna catch a cold. It's been several weeks as Winter has tried to attack Shiva, as she easily dodges out of the way and beats him down. As slowly he starts to stop resisting and trying to escape. Each time she would always catch him. As when Winter finally stopped resisting, Shiva immediately started training him. Immediately. In magic and in swordsmanship. Make sure he's prepared for, well, to survive, and if anything happened to him. As she adores, Little Winter, as she calls him. She always wanted a sibling, but, well, her mother, never gave birth to another dark elf, though she basically adopted Winter as her own. She might call him little brother, but she acts more like a mother than anything else. I'll probably stop it here. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judge my time zones, and I'll catch you in the next video.